I guess I really don't know what Christmas is all about. Isn't there anyone who knows what Christmas is all about?
I can tell you what Christmas is all about.
Chestnuts roasting, Jack Frost nipping at your nose. So I'm offering this simple phrase. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. Chestnut roasting, Jack Frost nipping at your nose. So I'm offering this simple phrase. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you.
It is like days and days and days later from when you actually saw, from that footage that you just saw. Oh my god. Oh, that is very high. It is days and days and days and days later. You wouldn't even fucking believe it. I think it's like the 23rd of January. Forget December. December has come and gone. It's January. It's January. It's the new year. January is almost gone. And it feels, you know what? January has felt really good, actually. I feel like I don't know. It's been good. But the footage that you just saw was from the 26th of December when I was in Stockholm for like a day. Not even like overnight or anything. Just the day. I left my baggage in like this baggage storage area, which I always forget that you can do that. It's so like handy. But I left it there and I was supposed to meet with 2 friends. They couldn't make it, the bitches. But and I just walked around Stockholm because I wanted to see the lights. This is like the first Christmas and like 2 Christmases where I don't live in Stockholm. I live outside of Stockholm, but I still wanted to see the lights. And I went around, I saw everything that I needed to see. But after walking around, seeing all the lights, I walked to the museum, the National Museum. And because I was there a few months ago, and they have this temporary exhibition called The Romantic Eye, and it is just absolutely beautiful. It was like literally made for me. That was like my vibe. Genuinely, it is everything I love when it comes to art. That is like the era that I love. So I didn't even know, because we were like, let's just go a few months ago, and then it was just perfectly beautiful. And so I was like, I have to see it again because it's a temporary exhibition. It's gone by now. It was, I think the last day was like the 6th of January or something. It's gone now. So I am very, very glad that I went, especially alone, because it was just, I took my time with it. And yeah, it was beautiful. And here are the clips.
t'aimais, si je te prendrais garde à toi. Si tout n'aimait pas, si tout n'aimait pas, je t'aimais. Mais si je t'aimais, si je t'aimais, prends garde à toi. L'oiseau que te croyant s'envole bâtit les envola. L'amour est loin tout près d'entendre, tout n'est n'attend plus, elle est là. Tout de toi vite, il vient sans fin, plus il revient. Tout croyait d'éviter, tout quoi n'éviter, il t'assure.
Genuinely, I was in awe of everything. After that, after the temporary exhibition, I actually wanted to see like their general exhibition. I went like the last hour because in the last hour, the ticket prices are half off. It used to be a free museum, like it was, because public museums are usually supposed to be free, and it was free. All the public museums were free, but since the last government has took over, okay, you know what I'm talking about. Europe is going through a direction that is scary. Europe is going towards a direction that is very scary. You know, it's giving very much extreme right, but it's not the extreme right. It's, anyways, the government is the right government, and you know, they don't like all this culture stuff being free and stuff. They're all about making money, making profit. So it's not very. So all the public museums now, you have to pay. And but the last hour in this specific museum, the last hour is half off. So I went to the last hour, so I didn't have much time, and I was like, before the what's it called? The shop there, the museum shop, before it closes, I looked around and I actually found like for every like temporary exhibition, they have like a catalog. And so I found the catalog. It was on sale because I'm guessing because it was like the temporary exhibition was about to close. So it was on sale, and I was like, this is going to be my Christmas present to myself. This is it. And I bought it. It's here. And it is absolutely gorgeous with all the pictures and all the information that you really need about not just that specific temporary exhibition, but there are other exhibitions as well and other kinds of like art forms as well. And not just like the romantic eye, like the romantic, because it's called the romantic eye because it's like the romantic era period, whatever. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. I mean, it's just, I love it. I'm filming a little video because I'm applying for jobs and I'm filming a little video here, but I thought I would do a little vlog segment as well. Because this is the process. This is the process. 2025, applying for jobs when unemployment is incredibly high and everyone is stressing for work and the economy has gone to the toilet. Hey, this is it. This is it. And I don't even know if this is professional. I don't know how to do my hair, how much I should do my makeup, what I should wear, the background and everything. Like, it's a whole process. It is. I have my notes here and I've just been regurgitating, and I just finally got done. It took me like 45 minutes to film like a very short amount of content. Very, very short. It was like max 2 minutes because I didn't want to go over 2 minutes because I feel like that's a little too much. Oh my goodness, this is what I have to do. This is what I have to do. I don't even know where in the vlog we are, but this is what I have to do. It's almost 4 p.m. My sister's almost gonna get here. I can't even speak. My sister's gonna get here soon. And I have not cooked, okay? I am a housewife. This part of my life, this journey is me being a housewife. I have cleaned. Yes, I did the cooking. Yes, I did the cleaning. I have cleaned, but the cooking has not been done. The grocery store shopping has been done though, so you know, we have to be thankful for that. So now I have to cook. I feel like I'm getting a headache from this light. The light has been beaming on me for 45 minutes. I do feel like it was very professional. The lighting was on point. My pronunciation, I was calm. Everything was on point. So here's the whole thing. I don't know. We'll see. So we have to cook. God, my back hurts. Imposture, whatever. And then there's a clip. There's a clip from like, I think a week ago when my sister was here. She's gonna come here. She's gonna be here in a few minutes. Yeah, in 15 minutes ish. She gets here on time. She usually gets here like at 4 p.m. From work. But oh, look at this. I hate this. Look at such a long neck. And my hair always looks short because I have such a long neck. You know, it's a long voyage. Down to, you know, my shoulders and my whatever. But there's a clip. There's a cooking clip, and then there's like a sit down talking clip, and then there's a gossip clip.
And when I did it, you guys asked me so many good questions. And love me some powder top. And then I was in my holy grails are just like this one maybe I don't know how to look at full maybe with this question. What I do is not everyone is gonna sit here like the entire day. Do not be afraid of trying, whether that's in relationships, whether that's here. I think a lot of things that I want to achieve are like maybe hitting a million on TikTok. Experience. I don't know if it's gonna happen. Kind of when I think about things like I'm doing well and doing all of that. And I like but it's not to say there aren't amazing athletes that are out there. And I think they're title. Last year I went on 9 first dates. This year I got out of a.
We need to go on a date.
Really?
You and I just go on a date.
No, you need to go on a date. I don't have one.
Yeah, 2025. How many dates? Should I do like that one YouTuber? She said she's gonna go on a date, and the date was us.
Yeah, that was crazy. Why do people, Americans say corporate America?
Well, specifically in corporate America.
I thought corporate America was a fucking country. Literally, I was like, what are you talking about? What is, like, because everybody was talking about how big is this? Is like the government?
The lighting has different settings. You want to see? So this is the cold, this is the warm, and then you have the mixed. What do you like?
I think it makes. I don't know what I like to say.
This is what happens when you be with blind bitches.
The blind bitch is paying. The fucking.
And the broke bitch is cooking.
Exactly.
I do the cooking, I do the cleaning. To be honest,
I'm the man of the house.
to be honest, I can see myself as a housewife. I already am.
This would be alright.
It'd be nice.
I need a housewife. You are the housewife. I swear to God, I don't know how to make the change to like being the housewife.
You're not gonna be a housewife.
No, but
To be married?
to be married
She's
and
getting
like,
married
children.
next year.
Next year. Oh.
Shit, it's next year now. You get engaged this year. Well,
That's the
official
plan.
engagement.
Am I official? Am I unofficially engaged?
Well, it's not like we already know. It's not like it's gonna get down on one knee or anything.
Of
That's
course.
what I mean. Yeah, but you already know you're getting engaged. Most people don't know they're getting engaged.
Oh, most couples actually, they talk about wedding and everything.
Yeah, but they
People
don't
know.
say when. You have already planned out. I'm gonna get married 2026. People don't plan out like that. Down to the year.
Because women in West, they don't fucking think about like you hold the power in the relationship, so you decide. My African root says I am the one who decides when and where and how.
Maybe I don't have these African roots.
No, you're assimilated. Wait, why are you? Cause why are you still like?
Yeah, but I think that's what I would
Like
do too. I would-
waiting.
Yeah.
Like waiting for the guy to like propose to me to decide. Decide what? You decide and you tell him. Are you gonna propose or not? If he says no, I'm head out.
No, I would do the same thing. I'm just
Exactly.
kidding. I'm just kidding. I would. I mean, if I wanted to get married.
I can see you get married.
Me?
I don't know why.
I can see me get married. I can see me be a mom. I can't see me actually doing it. I can just see it.
Yeah, I can see it though. I feel like you'll find someone in the end.
Yeah, but there's a
People
difference.
who always say that, like I feel like you find.
But
That's
there's a difference between like thinking about it aesthetically. And like in your head. No, think about it in your head and actually doing it.
But you don't have to have like too many children. One child is enough for you.
I'm gonna adopt if I want children.
Like Chandler and Monica. Imagine you get twins.
What do you mean? I can decide if I want twins or not if I'm gonna adopt. Imagine if you get twins because your boyfriend
No,
is
fucking idiot.
your boyfriend is a
But
twin.
if I want twins, I want one girl, one boy. Like in one run, I will be done. Like that's just one. Like,
One and done, 2 for 1 deal.
2 for 1, babes. Cause why am I doing all of this over again?
I don't know how people do it. You see people like that have had 8 children.
That's stupid.
Now I need to end this vlog. So it is currently the 29th. What you just watched was an attempt to end the vlog, but I realized as I was editing that it wasn't too long, or it wasn't long enough. So I wanted to add this little segment to prolong the vlog, but also just to talk about goals, aspirations, resolutions, and stuff like that. I was writing or talking to ChatGPT earlier. It feels like a person, so I was talking to it and sort of coming up with a plan, because that's where I use ChatGPT to sort of plan out or to come up with a good plan. So the reason why I've decided to do this is because I have sort of adapted a way to set up goals and coming up with a way to ensure that you actually reach those goals. Last year, I studied project management, and one of the things that we learned is to set up goals the SMART way. So SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So a goal has to be specific, meaning you cannot set a goal saying, I want to work out more. That is not specific enough. That is not measurable. You can't even go to achievable because we haven't even talked about the specifics yet. So if you become more specific and you say, I want to work out 3 times a week, that is achievable and it's measurable because you can measure it, you can track your progress throughout the weeks. And then time bound, that usually is for projects at companies where there's usually a deadline. So you're going to do this project for the next 3 months, the next 6 months, but with personal goals, specifically New Year's resolutions, because it is a new year. You're thinking about the next year, this coming year. So technically, your goals don't really have an end game. It's more something that you want. You want to change your lifestyle. Most of the time, that's what people want. They want to change something, which means that your life will be permanently changed, the way you live, basically. So if you want to read more, you weren't a reader and now you're a reader. There's no real time. You're not bound to a specific amount of time. You just want to become more of a reader. So you didn't used to be a reader and now you're a reader. You've changed sort of a little bit of your lifestyle. The only way that I've found that you can use this for your goals is if you have goals within goals. So like that example I gave earlier about the working out more. If you say you want to work out 3 times a week, right? So you've set yourself a specific goal that you can track that is achievable, measurable, and is relevant to your bigger goal, which is to be healthier. But you can also have a goal within a goal that can be time bound. And that is maybe you want to run a 5K or a 10K. Maybe you want to bench a certain amount of weight, squat a certain amount of weight. Then you can give yourself a specific amount of time. And this is after you've planned out, you know, you're going to increase this much weight per week, per 2 weeks, per month, whatever it may be. And you bind yourself to time. And you give yourself 3, 6 months, whatever, how many months it may be to get to that goal. Or you want to lose a certain amount of body fat and you say, by this time next year, I want to have lost this, or I want to be down to this much, you know, fat percentage or whatever it may be. So you can have goals within goals that are time bound. And that is the only way I found that this specific part of this way of tracking your goals would work, this specific time-bound part of it. But other than that, when it comes to New Year's resolutions, as I said, it just is more about changing your lifestyle. People want to change a specific part about themselves. They want to, you know, they have an idea of themselves in their head and they want to be that person. I think we all do that. We all have this better version of us that we want to become. One thing that I've been listening to this podcast, well, it's YouTube videos that are also like uploaded onto Spotify. I forget what it's called, Accepting the Universe or something. And in one of the episodes, he talks about how the reason, or one of the reasons, or at least that's the conclusion I came to after hearing that, is the reason why we fail so much at becoming this better version of us is because we think it's going to take 10 months, 2 years, however long. We think it's going to take a long time, and it's like a long-term thing, and we have a hard time committing to that. When in reality, let's say you want to work out 3 times a week, right? You want to become a person that is healthy, that cares about their health, that works out regularly, and for you then maybe 3 times a week, let's say. And let's also say that this week you've gone to the gym 3 times a week, so you've actually done that. You automatically have become that person, is what he said in one of the episodes. And it really just shifted my point of view, like my perspective, because I've never really thought about that. Because you think to yourself, oh, I want to have these habits. I want to read more. I want to play the piano, which these are all my goals, by the way. You know, play the piano, learn to play the piano. I have a keyboard that I don't play very much. And I want to, you know, play that, learn to play that, read more and stuff like that. So I have started, you know, with these kinds of habits, maybe 30 minutes a day. I practice the keyboard, or I read. And I've kept up with the reading actually a lot more than the piano. But there's this image, this idea of myself, a person I want to become. And it feels like I am like a long time away from that becoming that person. So it is very hard to commit to something when you think that you're gonna get the results in years and years and years and years. When in reality, if you think about it in the way that he was talking about, which is the moment that you do the things that you think your higher self would do, you become that person automatically. So you want to become a healthier person, and you think that you need to get to a certain body fat percentage, or you have to be a certain size to become that person. But if you've worked out day one, you have become that person. And that technically, for me personally, gives me the motivation to keep going, because it's the idea of having become that person already. So anyways, I went on to ChatGPT and I gave ChatGPT, well, first I said, because I wanted it to be in the same mindset as me, right? I wanted to be in the same headspace. I'm very aware that it is AI, but I also think of it as a person, a very knowledgeable person, a person that knows a lot. Like the other day, I was using it for something, and I was like, can you just write it as if it wasn't written by AI and it was written by a human? And it was like, of course. Here is a more human-like sounding version of it. And it was actually good. Like it was better than the previous versions. I think people should use that because sometimes, obviously, or most of the times, it sounds weird. Everything that it writes, for you at least, it sounds weird. When it explains stuff, it sounds good. But when it's writing something for you, it sounds not good. But if you say just write it as if a human wrote it, then it's like more relaxed and more believable that someone actually wrote it. Anyway, so I said, what are SMART goals within project management? Because I wanted, again, to refresh my mind, but also for it to be in the same headspace that I'm in. And then I said, how could I apply this to my personal goals? And it gave me a few things, a few ideas, and it was exactly what I was thinking. Something else that I thought about is one of the reasons why I fail is because I do not plan for failure. This is one of the things that we learned in project management as well. Planning for failure. Planning, and it's risk planning or risk management. It's something within that area. But planning for failure. For example, in a company that could be what if these things are delivered late? Or what if they're not delivered at all? What if something happens or whatever it may be, right? You have to plan for that. What is the plan B? You always have to have a plan B. Otherwise, you get to that point where things are not being delivered. You don't have the necessary resources to continue the project. Now what? It's a failed project because you did not plan adequately. Planning for failure is one of the things that genuinely just changed my perspective as well on this. And now I plan for failure days. I plan for failure. So let's say that, again, going back to the example of working out, let's say that you want to work out 3 days a week and you're doing it, but you get to a point where you're coming up with your excuses. Oh, the weather is horrible. Oh, the gym is too far away, and I have this thing in a few hours and I'm not going to make it all the way there. Like you're coming up with excuses, right? As we all do. You have to come up with a plan that will ensure that you still get something done, right? It may not be going all the way to the gym, working out and coming all the way back, but it could be something else. Like, for example, you can do an at-home workout, right? So part of this planning for goals and resolutions is also planning for failure. But back to ChatGPT, I then gave it all of my goals, and it's sort of like I told it to set it up like SMART goals. So to give me ideas. For example, with the piano keyboard, it gave me, you can practice 30 minutes a day. With the reading, read 30 pages a day. Now, for me, I aim to read a chapter a day. Now, depending on the book, a chapter can be very long or it can be very short. Like certain chapters can be only 10 pages, certain chapters can be 50 pages. It really just depends on the book, but I don't like to start a chapter and then not finish it. Sometimes it happens. But other things, it really helps you. Then what I did was I told it to give me a daily or weekly routine based on all of this. And I sort of also gave it specific, like I like to do this in the morning, I have this amount of time this morning or afternoon, and so I made it as specific as I could, and it gave me a daily routine and then a weekly routine. Now obviously you're gonna have to tweak it to your day, but it's very interesting how it sort of allocates certain hours for certain things, because when you think about goals, I want to read every day, you don't actually picture it or you don't actually plan it, okay, from this hour to this hour I'm reading, from this hour to this hour I'm practicing the piano, from this hour to this hour. You don't see that in front of you. You just see you practicing and reading, and that's it. You don't actually visualize your day with all of that, all of those habits. But that's what it does. Like it visualizes it for you. And it genuinely just makes you realize that certain things are easier than you think they are. Just allocate an hour where you read, or allocate an hour where you practice 30 minutes, or an hour where you practice playing the keyboard, and that's it. It's genuinely that easy, because we always think that it's going to be this hard thing you're going to have to focus on for hours and hours on end, and you'd rather be watching Netflix or whatever, but it genuinely goes so fast. Faster than you realize. An hour can go very fast. Yeah, it's very interesting to see your daily routine with those included, because I gave it my daily routine and I said include those habits. It's so much fun to do this, especially with ChatGPT, because it's just so quick. And it now has like all these colors and stuff. It's so much fun.
1 o'clock. wallow in self-pity. 4:30, stare into the abyss. 5 o'clock, solve world hunger. Tell no one. 5:30, exercise. 6:30, dinner with me. I can't cancel that again. 7 o'clock, wrestle with my self-loathing. I'm bored.